James's new trucks. It was a busy, bustling day on the island of Sodo. The engines were working very hard pulling trucks. Thomas and Percy were resting in the yard when James pulled in. "Look!" James puffed proudly. "The Fat Controller gave me some smart new trucks. They are very much nicer." "I wish I could have new trucks too," wished Thomas. "Me too," added Percy. But just then, Bill and Ben arrived with 2 pairs of new trucks. One were green, and the others were red. "The Fat Controller said that Thomas and Percy can have new trucks as well as James," they said. Thomas and Percy were delighted. Thomas and Percy were buffered up to their new trucks. "Now we got new trucks too," puffed Thomas. "They look even nicer than James's," said Percy. "But not as nicer than mine," snorted James. Then the Fat Controller arrived. He had jobs for the engines. "Percy, you are to collect some special parcels from Farquhar," he boomed. "And Thomas, you are to collect some cakes from the bakery." "What's my job, sir?" asked James hopefully. "You are to collect coal from the coaling plant. You must fill your trucks and take them to the docks," ordered the Fat Controller, and he left. Thomas and Percy were very excited with their new jobs. But James wasn't. "Coal!" he wheezed crossly, and she chuffed off to the coaling plant. When James arrived at the coaling plant, he could see lots of trucks all full with coal. "My new trucks will get dirty," he moaned. "I've got the cleanest trucks on the island." Then he saw some old trucks in the siding, which they hadn't been used for a long time. This gave James an idea. "If I use these old trucks to take the coal," he puffed, "my new trucks will still look clean and new." Dingo overheard as he puffed alongside James. "I wouldn't use those trucks if I were you, James," he said. "The couplings and the woods are rotten." "What I'm sure one trip with the old trucks won't do any harm," said James. So he left his new trucks and buffered up to the old trucks. He collected some coal, then he raced across the countryside. "I can get these trucks really messy," puffed James, "and get the coal to the docks on time." Then James came over the top of the big hill. "Now I could put fast down the other side." Then there was trouble. The rusty coupling broke. James's trucks were rolling by themselves. "Bust my boiler!" cried James. He applied his brakes, but he stopped too quickly. The trucks bumped into the back of James, and the coal spilled all over the track. James was stuck. Soon the Fat Controller arrived with Donald and Alex. "James, these trucks are too old for pulling coal," the Fat Controller said sternly. "And now you have caused delay and trouble." "Sorry, sir," wheezed James sadly. He felt very bad. He knew he should have listened to Dingo. Alex and the workmen soon cleared the tracks. But James still had to deliver the coal to the docks. So his driver telephoned the yard manager. And the yard manager spoke to Dingo. "You must take James's trucks to James right away," he said. "Yes, sir," tooted Dingo. He collected his coal trucks and James's smart new trucks. Soon the workmen loaded the coal into James's trucks. The new trucks were soon filthy, but they were filled with coal and ready to go, and the engines set off. James and Dingo raced to the docks, with the trucks clattering behind them. At last, James and Dingo puffed into the docks. "We need to unload quickly," the dock manager called, "but don't worry, we'll try and keep your new trucks clean." But James didn't mind. "No hurry, take your time," he wished happily. "And thank you for helping me, Dingo." "That's okay," replied Dingo. "I think your trucks looks better than being clean." James smiled. "But it will be much more better if I'm the cleanest engine of all." Dingo had to laugh.